you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hey, welcome. My name is Dianne, and I'm super excited that you found your way here. Y'all, this video has been long overdue, and I'm so sorry it took so long, but a lot of stuff has been going on in my life, and it's a lot of good stuff that I cannot wait to talk to you guys about, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. As for right now, this video is going to be my recap on the Challenge Season 32, Episode 7. Now, so much went down in this episode, so let's go right on ahead and go and get into this video. So go ahead, get your cups, and let's go.
All of these detours, I cannot be sure if this is the right way, but I stay on pace. Yeah, I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way. On my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way, on my way. Tell them I'ma get there, Shirley.
So we start this episode off in the main house. And it continues the argument between Shane and myself. And I don't know why we're continuing this argument in a whole new episode, but yet here we are. So Nelson comes in the midst of me and Shane having words, and he tries to intervene and diffuse the situation. And so he's telling Shane, you know, that's a woman. You don't call a woman a bitch. You don't call a woman out of her name. So just apologize for calling her a bitch. And Shane's like, no, I'm not going to apologize. I said what I said. It is what it is. And you know what? To be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm glad he didn't try to apologize to me in that moment, because in that moment, I wouldn't have been receptive. Like in that moment, I would not have received an apology for him because I didn't have an ear for an apology. Hell no, I had hands to throw. You understand? That's where I was in that moment. Way too much disrespect had occurred up until that point, you know, from calling me a bunch of bitches to calling me fat, the list goes on. So much disrespect had happened. So no, I don't want your apology. You want to make this right, and since you want to be a mean girl so bad, okay, sir, go get some boxing gloves. You take a pair, I take a pair, and we can fight this out woman to woman. How about that? That's where I was, you know, that's the level that I was on, you know. I couldn't no apology taking care of that in that moment. Like, no, we needed to throw hands, and then we could sit down and have a conversation. But these hands, you need to catch. So, Nelson takes him off, and that ends that. But I'm still upset, not with him. I'm upset with myself. And it's because I made a promise to myself before even coming onto the show, like, Dianne, I know these people are going to try you. I know these people are going to test you, but you have to leave that in your past. Like, don't come on here and try to argue with nobody. Don't come in here and try to fight with nobody. Don't be fussing, like none of that. When they try you and they test you, just laugh it off and walk away. And I'd be damned if the first invitation I got to snatch a couple wigs, you know, I RSVP and put my chair in the front. You know, it's like, Dianne, you gotta, I was just really mad at myself because I didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to do that again. I didn't want to fight on TV again. I didn't want to argue with anybody again. Like, I wanted to leave that behind me. And the fact that I fell right into his trap, because that's all it was. He said a trap and I ran right into it. You know what I mean? And so I was just mad at myself because it was like, Dianne, you know better. You know, when he started calling you bitches, you should have just said, okay, you did that, and walk off. You know, but I had to know. Like, I had to you know, I had to let him know who I was, you know, and letting him know who I was got me in a situation where I was just like, Dianne, you should have let him just be boo-boo the fool in that moment and just took the higher road and just walked off. But you know, sometimes it's just hard. Like, it's hard to take the high road, especially with people like him, because I've learned just by watching him in the game and outside on social media, he's the type of person who preys, P-R-E-Y-S, off of overpowering women and watching them crumble up underneath him. Prime example, the situation with Natalie. That was ridiculous. Like, all the shit that went on between him and Natalie on social media, well, correction. All the shit that went down with him on social media, you know, how he tried to come for her and then got pissed off when she blocked him and wouldn't entertain it. Now he just arguing with himself about her. Like, it was just weird. And the reason I feel like he does that with her is because Natalie's not about to give him the same energy that I am. Natalie's not about to, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, though. There is a monster within. Okay, she just keep that thing on a tight leash. Me, on the other hand, my shit is alive and well and ready to shoot whenever possible. So that's the difference, you know? So it's just, I couldn't do that for him. I had to let him know, like, yeah, I watch you and I see how you interact with these women, but let you know I'm a whole different kind Okay, like this ain't what you want. But if you want to go for, let's go. You know, I can go toe to toe with you. I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna crumble. I'm not gonna fold. That's just not. I'm not built like that. I'm always gonna stand on my own too. Period. You know. So that's what happened with that. So we move on from there, and it's time to go to Armageddon. I mean, you know, time to talk about these vows. So before we even get to Armageddon, Derek has a confessional, and in his confessional, he's like, yeah, I'm feeling real good going into Armageddon because, you know, the vets target the rookies every year. So I feel like it's going to be Angela and Faith or Jose and Davon. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, you was only on Dirty 30 for like 10 minutes. You're still a rookie. What are you talking about? Like, don't do it. Don't do that. So as we're walking up to Armageddon, the first thing we see is the elimination challenge, like in front of us. And everybody is speculating and talking about who might be going in, you know, who probably got the most votes, this, that, and the third. So we get on our steps, and now it's time to light up the city. It's time to find out who got the most votes. And Tori and Derek end up having the most votes. So, sorry, Derek, I had to do it because you really tried it with that confessional. So anyway, Tori and Derek come down. And TJ asks them, you know, do you want to find out who voted for you? So now it's time to light it up again and see who voted for Tori and Derek. And it was Angela and Faith, Kyle and Brad, and Joss and Sylvia. So immediately, you know, they go to Sylvia's confessional, and Sylvia's like panicking. She's like, oh my gosh, like I was just trying to burn a vote. I didn't know that they were going to end up going in. Like that wasn't the goal. You know, I wasn't trying to, that wasn't her plan, you know? And so Tori and Derek go off to deliberate and make a decision of who they're going to go against in the elimination round. So they come back and they choose Joss and Sylvia to go up against. It's time to go to work. They go to work, and I don't know what Derek is doing. Like that partnership, it wasn't good. Like it wasn't good. They weren't helping each other. They weren't communicating. Like it just wasn't good at all. Whereas Joss and Sylvia are beasting through this competition. I mean, this challenge. Like they're beasting through it. Like Sylvia's running her ass off and jumping and climbing, and Joss is running his ass off and jumping and climbing. Like they had really good teamwork. Like the shit, it was great to watch. I'm looking at Jose looking at me. I'm like, yo, like their teamwork is crazy. You know what I mean? And that says a lot when you think back to the meat challenge when he left her ass. And you see here, like, he's like, nah, I got you. Cool. You got me. We got each other. Like they were on it. And it was just so good. Like as a viewer in that moment, I felt like I was back home watching on TV. And I'm like, yo, it was just so dope to watch them in action up close and personal. But, you know, Tori and Derek fell short. They ended up getting sent to Redemption House. And when they got there, Tori was salty as hell. She walks in and she's like, everybody's playing a scared game. She specifically focuses on Cara, and CT is like, he's disappointed in Cara because he expected better from Cara. And my thing is, you know, Cara's playing this game how she feels is going to be beneficial for her and her partner. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's not about playing a scared game. It's about doing what's going to get me and my partner through this week into the next week. And then when we get to next week, what's going to get us through this week into the next week? Like you have to play this shit week by week. Like, you know, and I will say the little tit for tat with Brad and Kyle, you know, I'm voting for Brad and Kyle because they did this and they did that. It was a little whack, you know, because this is the time to really make some moves. And she was just on some, I just want to throw this at them because they threw something at me. So it was just a little tit for tat bullshit that they just had to get out of their system and then move forward in the game. So anyway, they in a Redemption House. I don't know what the hell they got Paulie on. Like, I don't know if his ass been in there drinking coffee after Red Bull, after coffee after Red Bull, coffee and Red Bull. But he's on like 9,000. And he's like, you don't play a scared game? That's not what we here for. You want to be the best? You got to beat the best. And I'm like, calm down, yo. Like, why you so hype? Like, chill. Why are you up here? Like, chill. None of the people that you're having this conversation with are in the Redemption House. they're all in the main house, so your words are falling on deaf ears, and you mad like he in the backyard going in at the camera. I'm like, Polly, what are you doing? What are you doing? So that's what happens with that. So it's a new day inside of the main house, and the camera is focused on Cara, Kaylee, and Cam on the balcony, and they're having a conversation. You know, Cam is telling Cara and Kaylee that she's been thinking about this plan for a long time, and, you know, she's got everything worked out. All the puzzle pieces are together. You know, she's ready to execute it, but it all depends on who wins today's challenge. You know what I mean? She's fully confident that it's going to be successful. She's fully confident that it's going to work in their favor and be able to protect them. But everything is riding on who wins today's challenge. So boom, it's time to go and see what the challenge is. So we walk up, we see dirt, we see the mine shafts, and then we find out that we're going to be in teams. Now, when the teams are selected randomly, I'm a little salty. You know, because all the strong men are on the team I'm not on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little upset. And, you know, don't get me wrong. It was some strong men on my team. You know, shout out to you, Tony. Shout out to you, Bananas. And shout out to you, Jose. However, on the other team, you had Zach's big ass, Kyle's big ass, Brad's big ass, Nelson's big ass, Shane's big ass. Who else was over there? Josh, big ass. Like, you feel me? Like, yo, unfair, much, you know, but whatever. We like, so what? We gonna thug it out. It's cool, whatever. We got me, Jose, Angela, Faith, Cara, Marie, Tony, and Bananas. And we gonna figure this shit out, right? So we get inside the mine shaft, and immediately we see all this damn dirt, and we're like, fuck, we're gonna have to dig through all this dirt and make it to the top and crawl out. Now, how this particular challenge works is your entire team has to make it to the top of the finish line or whatever, make it to the finish line, but the first pair of vendettas, like the first team that makes it to the top, they're the ones who win the power vote and the safety for the week. So your whole entire group has to be up there, but the first pair of vendettas from that group that gets up there, those are the ones that are safe. So it's like, okay, whatever. All we need to do is dig our way out of here as a group, make it to the top, and me and Jose just need to be in the front, and we need to be the first two up there. Piece of cake, piece of pie. You know, I do good in puzzles, okay? On my apps and Caden's little toddler puzzles. We get shit done, okay? But when we get in here and we see these 3D puzzles, I'm like, oh, bitch, ain't no swiping. So how you gonna figure this shit out? Like, you really gotta figure this shit out. So we get in there and I'm like, okay, everybody wants to be hands-on in doing these puzzles. Now, how this works is you complete a puzzle and then you get a tool that helps you to be able to dig out. So Cara takes a puzzle all to herself. Marie, Angela, and Faith are on a puzzle. And then it's me, Jose, Bananas, and Tony, and we're on a puzzle. And me and Tony are just like, it's a lot of hands-on going on right now. So we just kind of step back. You know, we tall. So we just kind of like hovering over, like, no, put this yellow here, put this blue here, this, and this. We're not really being hands-on. We're more vocal because we're looking from above. And so it's just too much going on. So boom, Cara, and the reason I'm only talking about my particular group is because I'm giving you guys the point of view of what I saw, what I experienced. Okay, so this is what's going on in my group shit. Okay, so Cara finishes her puzzle. Bam, she gets up and she's like, I got it. So we get, I think we got the bucket. I'm not sure. It was either the bucket or the fingernail clippers. I think it was the bucket. So Bananas and Tony immediately break the little gate that's, you know, keeping the dirt in place from falling in. So they break that gate and all the dirt start falling in. So I start climbing to the front. And as I'm climbing to the front, Marie come in and Cara come in, and Cara kind of like elbows me out the way. And I'm like, bitch, this ain't it. Like, this is what you doing. Like, this ain't this ain't it. Like, oh, like I'm about about to forget we on the challenge and I'm about to throw hands. Like, what are you doing, sis? Like, she elbowed the shit out of me too. Like, bam! And I'm like, oh. So I gotta get back in the mindset because I'm like, okay, we got to make it to the top. So when Tony makes it to the top and Tony reaches his hand down, like he screams for bananas at first, but then he looks down and starts to reach to help the women out. So once he starts helping women out, I'm like, oh, we lost. Because if nobody was at the top, he'd have called for bananas and he would have just started hauling ass. You know what I mean? And he would have just been like, bananas, meet me at the top. So the fact that he's helping women come out lets us know, okay, we done already lost. So that's why I tell Cara, I'm like, you can go. Don't you fucking elbow me again. I'm all right, shit. So she starts climbing to the top. Everybody starts climbing up because at this point we know we've lost. Like, if Tony is helping the women out, we've lost. So everybody starts climbing up to the top. Sure enough, we get up there and we see that Cam and Kaylee have won the challenge. And immediately I'm like, ugh. Like, I get mad at my partner all over again because I didn't tell you guys in the last video because I didn't know if they were going to show it or not, but they showed it in this episode. We burned a vote on Cam and Kaylee because we felt like nobody else was going to vote for them, and we were right, like nobody else did. So we threw a vote at them. And so when my partner went and told them that we voted for them, you know, now I'm like, damn, now they in power. Like, we might be in trouble. Like, what? Partner, damn. You know, he showed his little confessional, and in his confessional, it's like, they won, and we voted for them. And I'm like, they wouldn't even know if you didn't say nothing. If you hadn't told them nothing, Jiminy Cricket, let your conscience be your guide, head ass. If you didn't let them know, like, we'd be all right. So we get back to the house, and no, back up. So let's talk about this plan, okay? Okay, so we're coming back from the club, and this was not shown on the episode, but we're coming back from the club, and Cam is in the seat right behind me. We had just finished having a conversation, and I'll tell y'all about that later on in this video, but Cam is sitting right behind me. So when she's sitting behind me, I hear her say, I'm gonna make an announcement tonight, and hopefully everybody take heed to what I have to say in my announcement. So when she starts saying that, immediately my antennas go up. I'm like, some shit is about to go off. Like, Dayvon, just be prepared for whatever is going on. You know, immediately, I know in that moment, soon as she said, I have to make an announcement. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we get in the house. Everybody starts going upstairs. I go straight to my room because I know it's about to be some bullshit. Like, I'm not about to be. If you look in the shots of the people who were upstairs when she was making that announcement, you won't see me anywhere because I went straight to my room. I'm like, I'm not about to be a part of this bullshit. So I went to my room, and the way we had this bed that you could see straight into the hallway. So I sat on that bed, and when I seen her come out with that damn carpet, that just solidified for me it's about to be some bullshit. Because once she put that carpet on, she turns into somebody else. Like, her ass turned into somebody else. So when she put that on and she went upstairs, I'm like, okay, Dayvon, you don't want to be a part of the situation, but just listen, because she might say something that might give you, you know, some type of help moving forward throughout this week going into nominations. So just listen to her speech carefully. So she starts the speech off with, I told you guys last week, I wanted the rookies out. I told you guys Angela and Faith or Jose and Dayvon. That's the first thing she said. And that stuck with me. Everything she said afterwards, I didn't give a fuck about because I was like, this is the key right here. This is what's about to go down this week. Why would she start this whole spiel off with this piece? She could have easily just started the speech off with, okay, you know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No, you made it a point to say our names and to let it be known you wanted us out. You understand what I'm saying? So she has her speech and everybody is running around going crazy. Meanwhile, I'm just like, okay, I heard the beginning of your speech, so I already know where this shit is going. So I just need to get my partner and my alliance members on one accord because this is some bullshit. Now, you see me talking to Sylvia and Joss while Sylvia is crying. Now, you see me tell Joss, console your partner, console your partner. What they did not show is when she started crying and she walked past me, I was like, ooh, game move. I ran over to her. I'm like, listen, I know you having a moment right now, but look, I just wanted to let you know I'm not going to vote for you, and hopefully you don't vote for me and my team too. Like, I don't give a fuck that she's crying. Like, I'm just using this moment while the house is in chaos to talk game, because I know it's too much going on for anybody to be focused on the game that I'm talking to you right now. So let me put my bid in to make sure you don't toss a vote to me and Jose. Let me let you know y'all good. We ain't gonna vote for y'all, but y'all don't need to vote for us too. So everybody starts to come downstairs because they want to, you know, console Sylvia or whatever. So once everybody starts coming around, that's when I'm like, ooh, just console your partner. And I walk off. Like, my job is done. I did what I had to do. So while the house is chaotic and everybody is going crazy because of, you know, the bomb Cam just dropped, I tell Jose, let's go to sleep. Like, while everybody is doing all this shit, let's go to sleep. Like, it's no reason for us to be involved in none of this shit. Let's go to bed. So, boom. It's the next day. Well, let me back up. So, earlier that night, I got into it with somebody. I'm not going to tell y'all who I got into it with because they might show it. But I had, you know, I exchanged words with somebody that night. And the only reason I'm telling y'all is because it's key to what happens this next morning. So, it's morning time, and Marie comes to our room early in the morning and talks to Jose. And I'm telling Jose, don't talk to anybody without me present. Because after the shit that happened with that first vote with Shane, people stopped coming to me because they know I'm not with the shit. So they will start going to Jose and be like, but you have to convince your partner. Make sure you convince your partner. And I'm like, nah, we ain't doing none of that. Like, I'm glad y'all know that I read through the bullshit, but y'all not finna my partner either. Like, that's why I'm here. Think not. So, Marie goes to Jose with a plan to burn a vote on her and Cara, and then or burn a vote somewhere. She wanted to burn a vote some damn where, and she was talking to Jose about that. So Jose comes to me and I'm like, no, that's out. So, because I don't trust Marie because she's attached to the Lavender chicks, and then also because she's attached to Shane. So I'm like, no, I don't want no parts of that. I don't give a damn what she say. Nothing she says, I want nothing to do with nothing that comes out of her mouth, because that's out. It's too many negative connections that she got that want us. So that's done. So Angela comes in. Now, Angela is my ally. You know what I mean? So Angela comes and grabs Jose, and, you know, she's like, grab Davon too. So we go outside, and this is when they show the clip of me, Jose, and Angela having a conversation. Angela comes and she's like, so somebody, now the person who I had the argument with the night before is the person that went to Angela and suggested that me, Jose, Angela, and Faith burn on each other. And I'm like, huh? I'm sorry, what? Now, this is what Angela is telling me and Jose, that this person came to her and was like, yeah, I think you, Davon, Jose, and Faith should burn on each other. And I'm like, are y'all fucking serious? Now, what they didn't show was me tell them, no, we're not going to do that. Here's what I think we should do. I said, you know what? We're playing a game where it's time to play big moves. I didn't come to play scared, so let's just go. I got a problem with Shane. Y'all got a problem with Shane. Let's just go ahead and put our votes on Shane and Nelson. If they choose one of us, then we go ahead and go to war. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm here to play. I'm here to fight. Like, I'm not scared. I'm ready for it. Like, whatever. It is what it is. So as soon as I say that, my partner's like, no, I don't think we should do that just yet. And Angela's like, no, I don't think we should do that just yet. And I'm like, but y'all want me to trust the plan that somebody who I just had an argument with. I just had an argument with this person. Y'all want me to trust this plan? So they overruled. You know, it was majority rules, and I lost in that battle. But I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So when y'all see me in that moment say, okay, cool, and we just kind of like pounded around the circle, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, Angela, I can't persuade you in this moment, but in that nomination room, I'm damn sure finna go back and forth with my partner, because this, I cannot believe y'all want me to trust a plan by my new enemy. Like, this is my new vendetta. Y'all want me to trust this person's plan? Are you kidding me? So it's time for nominations, and everybody is doing whatever they're doing with their votes, and so now it's time for me and Jose. Now, what they did not show is me and Jose was in that nomination room for about 10 minutes. This is the first time me and Jose actually, like, went at it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, like, no intense, like, argument, but we went at it because I was not trying to make that vote happen. And I told him, and he's like, you gotta believe me. He was like, I played this game with Cam, talking about champs. He was like, I played this game with Cam. Cam is not gonna say something like that and then look like, you know, a punk on TV. Like, and I'm like, I don't give a damn what you think. I said, I heard what she said at the beginning of her speech. So all I'm saying is, let's call her bluff. Let's call her bluff. Like, because I understand just by having conversations with Cam, she's a game player. You know what I'm saying? And not only is she a game player, but she's also good at the challenges. So that's what makes her so bomb at this game. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a gamer. I ain't finna sit here and lie and be like, yeah, and I'm good at challenges too. No, that ain't my lane. I know where I'm at. Like, I'm just a gamer. So I recognize that game move a mile away. Like, I'm like, partner, just trust me. And he's like, no, she's not going to do that. She's a woman of her word. So if she says she's going to vote for one of those two teams, that's what she's going to do. So I'm getting pissed. I'm in the room getting pissed. And the people in there are like, okay, you guys need to come up with a decision like now. You guys need to come up with an agreement like now. So that's when you guys see me turn to Jose. And I'm like, all right, I'm putting my $500,000 in your hands. This is a $500,000 decision that you're making. This is your decision that you're making. I made sure to say that because I wanted it to be known, this ain't my shit. Like, if it was up to me, we would have voted for Nelson and Shane, and Angela and Faith would have voted for Nelson and Shane too. And I'm pretty sure Bananas and Tony voted for Nelson and Shane too. That was my thought process in that moment. You know, I don't remember if they actually did vote for Nelson and Shane, but my thought process was they were gonna vote for Nelson and Shane. So that would have been 3 votes against Nelson and Shane. You feel me? So that's where my mind was. And if Nelson and Shane decided that they wanted to choose me and Jose to go against, I didn't care. I was ready to go to war. I didn't like Shane. So I was like, I don't care. Like, that's what we here for. If we lose, cool. We lost against a really good team. And if we win, we just took out a really good team and our vendetta. So either way, it was a win. And we was going to the redemption house. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't like we were going home. We were going to the redemption house. That's the best part about this game. Like, you can take these kind of risks because you go to the redemption house. It's not like you go home. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you almost get an extra life. Almost, you know? So I was ready. And damn sure when I saw what the elimination round was, I was really hot. Cause I'm like, yo, this is fighting. Like, you know how amped I am and how much shit has been built up literally since I got out of the damn coffin in South Africa. How much shit me and my partner has went through in this house, in this game, and over in the redemption house. I would have been, man. Anyway, so... we cast our vote, and Jose is feeling really good, and I'm just like, I don't even talk to him after the elimination. Like, I don't say no words to him at all. I just go back to my room and I lay down until they tell us it's time for us to go to Armageddon. So we get to Armageddon, and it's time for the lights to come up. The lights come up, and Angela and Faith got the most votes. The lights come up again to see who voted for them, and it's our dumbasses and Cam and Kaylee. Now, Cam and Kaylee are safe. They have the power vote. So Angela and Faith can't say, oh, I choose you guys. They have no choice but to choose us. We're the only other team that voted for them. And that's why you guys see me say this shit is embarrassing in my confessional, because I knew better. I knew better. And I take pride since Big Brother 17. I take pride in my gut instincts and my intelligence when it comes to playing these games. And it's just like, I just wish they would have trusted me when I said, no, let's not do this. Let's go another route. But, you know, hindsight 2020. So here we are. And the only thing Angela and Faith can do is go up against me and Jose. So me and Jose are like, fuck it, let's go to war. So we get ready to go down, and before we can come, down there where they are, TJ is like, hold up. He's like, hold up, because I'm the dirtiest player in this game. And when he said that, I was like, oh, do your shit, TJ, do your shit. So then that's when we see Ashley and Hunter come from off the side, they come into the game. And so that's when we learned that with this particular elimination round, Ashley and Hunter are going against Angela and Faith, and whoever wins, that's who stays in the game. So if Ashley and Hunter beat Angela and Faith, they're going to take their spot. But if Angela and Faith beat Ashley and Hunter, then Ashley and Hunter go to the redemption house. Not home, they go to the redemption house. And Angela and Faith get to stay in the main house, right? So pause. Could you imagine how iconic it would have been if we had did my plan and voted in Nelson and Shane, and Nelson and Shane would have had to go against Ashley and Hunter? Are you kidding me? Ashley and Shane, friends. Nelson and Hunter, like, best friends. Like, that would have been such a good, oh my gosh. Like, it would have been dope. And we would have been safe another week. Me and my allies. Like, we would have been safe another week. But, again, hindsight 2020. So, next week we get to see how that elimination played out. Cam's plan was a great plan. It was a great plan. I really wish that she would have used it for something bigger, but, whatever her reasons were her reasons. We kind of talked about it because, I was a little offended, and I'm going to tell you why. I was a little offended because right before all of that happened, right before all of that happened, that night while we were out, before all of that happened, we had a conversation. Oh, this is what I was telling y'all about the van. So we were sitting next to each other on the van, and we were having a conversation, and she was just telling me how excited she was that there were, more women on the show now that look like her, like we look alike. So she was excited about that. And I was telling her, yeah, me too, because there's not a lot of diversity in Big Brother. So to come here and see her and Kaylee and, Faith and, it was exciting to see that. I was like, and we're in South Africa. Like, how amazing would that be if one of us pulled out the win? And in the minute her ass get in power, she set that shit up where two of us are going at it and one of us are going to leave. Like, sis, we just said Wakanda forever. Like, what? Was it Wakanda for right now? Wakanda temporarily? Like, what happened? But when I talked to her about it, she let me know that I wasn't a part of that plan. She let me know that I wasn't supposed to be incorporated into that. She said her plan strictly was Angela and Faith. She said me and Jose weren't supposed to be a part of that. And why she was targeting Angela and Faith, I don't recall her going into detail about that, but I do remember she said that me and Jose weren't supposed to be a part of that plan. Because I told her, I'm like, that made me feel some type of way, sis. Like, that made me feel some type of way. So we had a conversation about that. And then also, I was telling her, it also made me feel some type of way because, y'all saw, those of you guys who followed me before I got put on the show, I watched Vendettas. And on Vendettas, I really was out here rooting for Cam because I saw the shitty rookie season that she got. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was coming for her. Like, she got a really trying ass rookie season. Now, she held her own. She did that shit. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of people out there who try to belittle her wins and take that away from her. Why? I don't understand, because she really did her shit. So it doesn't make sense to me why y'all don't want to just give her that credit. But whatever. She did her shit. You know what I mean? And she owned it. She was able to own her rookie season. Even with the cards that she was dealt, she played the shit out of them. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what made me respect her the way that I did. I was like, damn, you really did that. And I was really out here like rooting for her, like, this is dope. So when we get on the show together, she was very vocal about how terrible her rookie season was and how, nobody cut her any slack and how everybody was doing this to her and everybody was doing that to her. Like, she talked about it often. She was very vocal about it. So my thing is, you were just a rookie yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? Last season, you were just a rookie. So why do you feel like you should contribute to the hazing of the rookies? Just because that's something you went through, why would you feel what I'm saying? Because if I ever played again, which I'm not, I already told y'all I'm not, but if I did ever play again on a game move, I know that these vets are going to come for the rookies. So the first thing I would do would be to pull the rookies under my wing. Like, no, I know all the hell that I went through during my rookie season. And y'all gonna see the hell that I go through. But I would never want to put somebody else through that just because I went through it. And we had a conversation about that. And she talked to me and she really broke shit down for me and got me to understand her thought process throughout this game. So, where in that moment, I was really pissed off about a lot of shit that was going on. As y'all saw in my confessional, like, I was over it. I was so mad at Cam. But once we had that conversation, I gained a different level of respect for her. I gained a different insight of what she was doing in this game and why she was making certain moves that she was making. So that was dope. Yeah, but the move, the plan, her work, that's why I said she's a fucking game player. You know what I mean? She'd be great at BB. She'd be great. It was amazing. It was a phenomenal plan. I just wish she would have went bigger. So next week. Next week's episode is going to be amazing. I hope if they show you guys literally everything from start to finish, like if they show you guys the challenge, the drama in between, and the elimination, because all three are dope as shit for next week. So I really, really hope that they show you guys everything. And you guys are going to get to see my partner turn up. Like, right? The same person who was telling me, oh, sis, it's $1 million on the line. You can't be doing that. Oh, what? That same $1 million ain't on the line right now? Like, what's that? Like, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. And Jose, my partner, Jose's single, Tony Montana, is going to make its debut. They're going to play it on the show, so we get to bump to a bop like, I'm super excited for him. So, yeah, man, next week should be really, really good. And I'm so grateful that you guys have continued to roll with me the way that y'all do, even through this little dry patch. Like, this week has been crazy. A lot of great stuff has happened, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys about that. But, yeah, man, these videos are about to be rolling. Like, I have so much in store. Like, while I was away, I was brainstorming, and it's a lot of things new that are coming in, but I'm going to make sure that I let you guys know which videos are happening when. So, like, you guys aren't waiting on me to upload a recap and then I upload a hair video and y'all like, what the fuck is that? Like, we didn't ask for that, So I'm just gonna make sure that I let you guys know when this is happening and when that's happening, so you guys will know when to be on the lookout for your kind of video specifically. Anyways, I love you guys so much. If you liked this video, make sure you like this video. Y'all be trying to play me on the likes, but I know y'all like these videos because y'all keep asking me for them. And when I procrastinate about making them, it's, Day, where's the video? So where's my tea? My cup is empty. So, make sure you show me some love and like this video. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, well, what you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you guys a part of this crazy journey that we are taking. This has been so much fun. You guys make this so much fun. It's a lot of work that goes into making these videos, but you guys make this shit so much fun for me, so I appreciate you guys so much. Anyway, until our next video, inhale positive energy. Exhale the bullshit. Raise your glass and have a sip.
Tell them I'm on my way. On my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way, on my way.